first part is coding principles in construction. So within this preparation principles, so before you write one line of code, so before you start writing the code, you need to follow these steps. That is, first understand the problem you are trying to solve. So you can't just directly start with the coding. First you need to understand the problem, right? So then only you can solve the problem. After that, understand basic design principles and concepts. So first understand the problem, then understand the design principles and concepts. And then find out needs of the software to be built. Based on the requirements of the software, you need to pick the programming language. So that programming language, it should meet the needs of the software. And also that programming language should work well in the environment in which it will operate. Next, select a programming environment that provides tools. So here the programming environment must be selected in such a way that it should provide the required tools that makes your task easy. So using these tools you can implement your task easily. So programming environment should provide those tools. So such programming environment should be selected. Next, create set of unit tests. See, I told you how the coding will be implemented. So even in design also, once the module is divided or once a problem is divided into components or modules, design will be developed for that module. Similarly, so here coding also, code will be written for individual modules separately. So first you need to complete coding. So once the component you code is completed, that means if you are done with the coding part of that component, next step is to perform unit testing. So in order to perform unit testing, create a set of unit tests. So here you need to create unit tests and then apply those unit tests on the component which you implemented or the component for which you generated the code. So these are the preparation principles. So understand the problem well, understand the design principles and concepts. Then programming language should be selected in such a way that it should meet needs of the software. And also programming language, it should provide set of tools because these tools will help the developer to produce or to make to develop the software easily. And after coding, so once a module is once we are done with the coding for one component, then in that case testing should be done, unit testing should be applied on that component. So create set of unit tests. So before this we saw preparation principles and these are programming principles. So as you begin writing the code, be sure. So now we have started writing the code. So you need to go through the principles. Constrain your algorithm by following structured programming practice. Structured programming means it's also called as modular programming, where you can find separated or well structured modules. So best examples for structured programming is Python, Java, C. Okay, all of them are examples for structured programming. Next, consider the use of pair programming. Pair programming means when two programmers work together at single workstation. So this is a software development practice. So consider use of pair programming. Next, select data structures that will meet the needs of design. So based on the type of design, you need to choose the respective data structure. Understand the software architecture and create interfaces that are consistent with it. Again, so first you need to understand the type of architecture and based on the architecture, create interfaces which are consistent with that architecture. Keep conditional logic as simple as possible. So while writing the logic, So you need to make or you need to keep that logic as simple as possible so that everyone can understand that logic. Create nested loops in a way that makes them easily readable. So just like conditional logic here, while writing loops also, you need to make them easily readable. So when they will be easily readable? When they are simple. Write code that is self-documenting. So self-documenting code means the code which is human readable. The code which is easy to understand. So write the code which is or that is self-documenting. Create a visual layout that aids understanding. So this layout is used to provide better understanding. So better to create the visual layout. So these are various programming principles that should be considered before or when you begin writing the code. So next we have validation principles. After you have completed your first coding pass, go through the principles. Conduct a code walkthrough when appropriate. So code walkthrough is nothing but it's an informal way of testing. So during meeting, either he'll read code or document. Whereas other members in the meeting, they'll note down important points about the code or document, or they'll note down something about defects. So if there are any defects in the code, they'll make note of it, and after that they'll give you or they'll give suggestions to the author. So there is difference between inspection and code walkthrough. Inspection is a formal process, whereas code walkthrough is an informal process. And then perform unit tests and correct errors you have uncovered. So first generate code for one module. So once it is done, then unit testing should be applied on that module. So if you find any errors, then correct those errors that you have uncovered. Next, finally refactor the code. Refactor is nothing but improve the code. So that improvement should be done in such a way that it should not show any effect on the external behavior of a system. So changes should not be done in the external behavior. So you should improve the code in that way. So without changing external behavior of a system. So these are the validation principles.